Satisfactory. Gotta run it in Windows mode. Alright, the patch is 2.1.18. And I had to switch out of full screen mode to let the recorder pick up the game. Anyway, today I'm gonna go over Satisfactory like games, you know, base building games or whatever, and Rails again. Let's revisit the Rails. So I had some what's it called? Well, let's just take this train first to the destination, just to show you what I built. You know, I just concentrated on monorails for now. It's really nice because to lay down the track through the world first. I mean, if you lay it on the ground floor, you'll have like trouble then driving around with vehicles if you don't build the bridges or whatever. But otherwise, you know, if you build a station and you connect the rail, you know, you transfer all the power. Oh, should have showed you from the distance. This beast. So I built this screw or a spiral or whatever to make trains go over vertical distances. So I like built two. I'll show you later as well how to build it. Basically I built two of the big foundations, then I built like 3 foundations out, then I added what's it called, a ramp. And yeah, I just continued to go 90 degrees with the turn. Maybe you can go all the way to 180 to make the construction faster, but basically you know, that's how it looks like. And I mean, yeah, to build it I just went, let's see, I need to switch out the small, I think, ramp again. Yeah, so you find the foundation, you know, or rather oh, doesn't matter. You need a jetpack for this, or maybe you want to use ladders. So, you know, you just build out 3, then you add a ramp. It helps with the slanting and smoothens out the ride, perhaps. So you would have your rail, you know, segment. Come on. Really? Wait, what? It doesn't want to connect. So you would have your rail access from here, right? Make it straight. Leave it on straight as well here on the incline. Right, so what I did for this one, I built it up like this, then jetpack up here. I'll create the next one. And I went 90 degrees like this, and so just find a place where it's sitting straight, so here. See? And then just repeat, right? But maybe, what if I go 4 up and make it 90 degree, 180 degrees? So find the rail. Nope. Unlike the conveyor, it doesn't really appear to want to go. It goes there, but not here. It wants to go straight through the thing instead of smoothing out. So yeah, their algorithm is not really optimized. So let's see. You gotta go 90 degrees then, at least in current patch. Oh, it makes it easier on the what's it called. Can't afford. Alright, for that I just do the cheat engine way again. So let's see, you find a thing. Where's my, oh whatever. I'll just do this one. Yes, Satisfactory. Was it 243? And then where was, can't I find it? 186. So you have 2 values, right? And then I'll open, no. Huh? Whoa, why here? It's supposed to be here. So I have this little script prepared. Oops, these are not supposed to be here. So one of these you have to test which one it is. I'm not sure. One of these works, one of these doesn't. So let's see. Yep, I got the real one from the start. So to make it rain, oh, too much. Yeah, so I have a hotkey set up. I just press Ctrl H. I don't remember where it's in the menu. So I have these hotkeys created. So when I press K, it sets value to 200. This one is good for when you're unlocking the what's it called, the milestones and whatever. So yeah, that's the screw. And I'll show you a thing. How to build the other platforms. Let's see, I want to... I'll be late. Well, I'll just have to run the distance. Or maybe not. I'll just do it right here. So the way to think about stations, the easy way, you know, you just find a good spot of something like, oh, well, if you want 2 cars, right, 2 freight cars, you would find a place of 12 long and 9 wide. You need 8 wide to create the station. I'll do it on the other side. But the 9 wide helps with the belts, so you know, it's up to you. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need 8 as a minimum just to create the station, but you won't have any freight cars. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. And then, you know, you need like things would end here. And then you need 3 to turn the train around. Like this would be space for the station. Or rather, I should actually... Yeah. I'll build it like this. So you need 4 spaces for the station. Then you need to build the station somehow. And then this will be the... right, I'll actually make it from here. I think that's how it goes, right? So that will be that, and then I'll make this one to complete the turn. Let's see if I've done it right. I'll just make a thing to go up. Or maybe I could have used just two of the what's it called. So let's build the station. Here. And then hopefully we can connect the rail. You gotta do the turn first. And ideally you need to land on the curve. The curve on a straight thing. So in my case it aligns here. You know, you gotta make a precisely 90-degree turn. That will make everything easier. Because if you want to go, you know, another turn here, it will align perfectly with the straight thing of the station. And this one will be here as well, I suppose, then, because of that. So let's see. I make another straight angle. Oh yeah, it goes over. Then I didn't need this one. And then you have your station, and then you complete the other turn. But see, here's the thing. Huh. How did I fail? Wait, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I built it over after all. Oh, I wanted to build it on the other side. So yeah, this is what I mean about leaving a one extra space. I was meaning to build the station on the other side. Well, whatever. I'll just rebuild it real fast because it's important. Yeah, so this will be the place for the rail. Yeah. So this will be 1, 2, 3. Don't need this for now. Yeah. Let's see. Well, no. It won't work that way. You have to build it from the station. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. This will be here. The turn will be here. 1, 2, 3. Somewhere here. Plus minus 1 foundation. The station will be here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this will be the extra. Wait, so right, so this is the turn. So this is the end of the station. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will give you 2 freight cars. Yeah. Let's see, so this would be, nope. One, 2, 3. That will be the turn, and that will be the end of the turn. Yeah, somehow. So let's go up again. I'll use the crate this time. It's hard to see? Hope it's aligned. Oh, let's build the freight. What? Can't afford. Okay. I thought it was glitching out or something. Can't see anything. What the heck? Wait, how did I fail that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't make space for it. 2 more alts. Oh, whatever, you get the point, right? But basically, the trick is, you know, you go to your rail, you know, you think you can connect it. Not like that. That's just good. Give me a second to get back up there. Yeah, so basically you would build your station there, but let's see. Here on this panel. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't align, so you need an extra space. Just not to fall over. So it aligns here. And then you go and you're thinking you're a big champ, you know, you make the other turn. Yeah, we need to go 1 over. So basically, yeah, see, you build you think you build the station, you know, and you complete it or whatever. Let's just show it real quick that it works. No. I can't see, so I'm gonna align myself again. This one's too long. Track's too short. Then you go first. So yeah, see? So this one is connected, so And here's the trick, right? Now you want to get out of this loop somehow, right? You delete it, but you can't reconnect it. You can. Oh, come on, game. In my previous attempt, was it the other way? You can still connect. Okay. What about this turn? You can still connect? What? Come on, I was building both of those stations. Did they fix it? Ah, see? Yeah. Yeah, it still works. See? You can't complete a turn. But if you... It only works on the... well, the curves, right? So you gotta rebuild it from scratch. So, see? You gotta rebuild it from here. So, don't give up if the train station doesn't want to connect for you, you know, just rebuild it from this in this current situation, you know, you couldn't connect a curve to the station, but you can connect the station back to a curve, you know, to an empty curve, and then complete the curve, and then you can connect it to a straight rail. But maybe if I delete this one, it won't connect again. Yeah, see? So it was connected before, but now it can't, see? So yeah, so it seems like the station is the culprit. But basically, yeah, you would remove this section, for example, and you would connect your what's called rail, a planned rail. So we need the curve again. Was it here? Alright, so you would connect it here and extend it a bit to... Wait, just out of curiosity. Oh, let's see. Let's show you that it works. Yeah, and this should be, you know, what you saw over there. It should be connected. But just out of curiosity, if I remove this section again, can it connect? Yes, it can. So it's just the station, it seems like. Okay, that's good to know. But yeah, so let's wait for the train. Oh, it's coming down. Yay. And then we can just jump into the train. Yeah! See? Quick time moment in Satisfactory! Woo! Yeah. Trains are fun again, but it's really, you know, it's really tedious to lay down the tracks. See all these turns and all these verticals. Just, you know, build the what's it called? Build the floating well, like here, you know, like I can show you how I built this. First, go out, you know, take all the concrete, you know, full inventory of concrete, and go out, create these roads, see? And then just lay the track over it, you know. It will be hanging in mid-air, but who cares? You know. And then, you know, you have extra space to just to have these a space for these conveyors going out. So that's why it physically it's 8, you know, foundations wide to have a loop. And the station itself is 4 wide, but you need to access it somehow, and if you access it through a turn, you know, after the station's end, it's 3 on this, 3 foundations on this side wide, and 3 foundations on the other, if you want to make a turn, because why wouldn't you? And then an extra space for to handle the conveyors, because yeah, well, it's not a perfect setup. I just, you know, and this setup is also quite fun. Now it's blocked by conveyors, I guess. But basically, you can jump 6 foundations up, the fat foundations, the big one. And then I just use a the smaller foundation, or I guess in this case it's medium, because we have another one. But we used to only have 2, so you know. Now we have this one, so. But yeah, so basically you can jump up 6 of the big ones, and then the medium one. That's the, I guess, ideal height. And then I just drop off midway, you know, without damaging yourself, without taking fall damage. Yeah, and so in all these base building games like StarCraft, or they are Billions, or you know, Satisfactory, basically, you know, obviously it's building your factory, and Factorio, and all the other games like Mindustry. And so the difference between them is like either marathon or a sprint, and then you gotta realize what you like, right? So in Satisfactory there's no really only the only limit here is, well, first limit is the power, but you can just, when you unlock the coal generator, you can just go crazy, just build like, I don't know, well, I mean, I played with someone in multiplayer. We built like either 20 or 40 generators, can't remember. But basically we had like one belt going through and the generators on both sides of the belt, right? And we just used up all the coal from these patches. Well, I mean, like, once we ran out of power, we just added more and more and more, and then, you know, you unlock the oil generator finally. But yeah, so that's the first limit. But basically here you just go out and build foundations in the air. It seems like that's the easiest way to play it. You know, you even out things with these vertical conveyors, conveyor lifts. But there's no real pressure, right? So you just take it at your own pace. So, but because of these issues, like, you know, like when you delete this bit going out of the station and you can't rebuild it, I think it works on a straight rail. I haven't tried it, but it doesn't work on a curved rail, as you saw, you know. And but yeah, speaking like about they are billions, you know, like it's really hard to learn it, right? Because it's very, like, I loaded my game, you know, like the one I finished off the stream in the Caustic Lands. It was, you know, my save, and I went back to that game and I lost it. because I attracted. I don't want to say the changes. But yeah, so it's really hard to just, learn the game. And I started firing with the snipers that I had created on the one side, but I aggroed like a mutant and what's it called, and harpies. And they came because the pathing of the map. They came from from the other side of where my sniper army was, and I could only it was the beginning of the game. I only had like 45 snipers. I tried to move them, but of course it was impossible to save the colony. So I guess I can try it again. Desolated Wastelands is really screw it. Caustic lands are like yeah, it's hard to maneuver your army there. But at least I got my thing. I got the base running in the desolate wasteland. After I failed initially to that one zombie. Oh, let's try the caustics again. But basically, yeah, you don't have time here. You're under pressure both from the waves and from just, you can't play it slow. So you have to know what to build or how,
What?
So there's no real downtime where you can master it.
Any orders?
Whatever you say, as long as you pay me.
So in StarCraft it's the same, like once you complete the map, the game ends and you don't have a chance to learn the game. And they are billions. The game is a bit a bit longer than StarCraft, but still. 70. So let's see, I have a fishing spot. Whoa! Someone died?
Good. Gotcha. Faster than my bow.
Attention.
Tell me.
Building completed.
Let's go.
Attention.
Yeah.
Building
My
completed.
bow is ready. What?
Attention. Building completed.
Gotcha. Are you sure?
Alright, so where do I want to have the wonder?
What's up? Any infected around? I hope you're not wasting my time.
Commander?
Attention. Building completed.
Understood.
Aren't there other units to bother?
I think this is all blocked off, right? Yeah, but basically
Okay.
in Mindustry as well, you have your waves coming in, so you have to react fast, and it's hard to but at least it has a sandbox mode, so there's that.
Yes. This better be good. Gotcha. A new task.
What's over here?
Do you need me? Come on.
What? Roger that.
No,
I hope
grab
you're
it.
not wasting my time. Gotcha.
So it's a wooden thing.
You order, you pay. You are gonna pay me for this, right?
So I have like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
It's a really cool location for now.
Great. What? Roger that.
But yeah, let's say yeah, in industry, well, it's easier there because you know you just when you lose you just get ejected, but you keep all your things, I think, or maybe not. And then you just get better and better. But the maps are really optimized to be very hard. Yeah, seems like this game will be not as hard as the Devastated Wastelands, because you have to really watch all your entrances for the zombies. They are extra aggressive. But yeah, in Ministry as well, the game is over. You just collect your resources and then you restart the map from the wave 1, and it will. I don't know how hard it gets. At some point you can't defend anymore. And then you have Automation Empire. It's like you also have to be very effective, but it doesn't give you the ratios, so you have to kind of guess it. And it's hard, right? So sometimes the containers are full. You don't really know whether you're processing them too slow or your minecarts are too far. But yeah, before the easy mode, you just constantly, I don't know, you had like a bit of the increase once the market demand wore off, or taxes caught up, or I don't know. It's real confusing. See, you have to be like a master to play it. But now on easy mode, yeah, well, you just come up with designs there, so it's quite nice in that way to play. But yeah, so basically here you just like StarCraft, you just repeat your winning strategy again and again. But there's like a randomness to each map, because once you never know who you're gonna attract, right? So like that map where I attracted just random things, when they went around. So yeah, well, that's enough about that. So basically, yeah. So that's what's interesting about all the things. Like first learning the thing, the build order, so to speak, and then just repeating it as fast as you can. But you need a mode to, like a sandbox mode, so to speak, where you can just go in and learn the ratios. And yeah, and that's in Satisfactory, that's the main objective. You're just navigating the recipe map, so you have to create all these efficient chains. Like for example, the iron ore and copper ore are used in the alternate recipe to make iron ingots, right? And iron ingots are like the first base thing you need a lot of. And then you have the coal to make steel. One of the alternate recipes are either to use the iron ingot and coal to make the steel ingots, or you use the compacted coal and the iron ore directly. So either you use coal sulfur iron ore, or coal iron ore copper ore. But the thing is, you also need to balance copper with the caterium wire, because the recipe there is you use, well, to make Caterium and the copper ingots, you use the furnace, right? The simple furnace. Instead of, I can't remember what the name is. Advanced furnace? What? Foundry. Oh right, yeah. Just smelter and foundry, right? Yeah. But basically, but to make the Caterium wire in the alternate recipe, quick wire, you use the copper ingots and the Caterium ingots, right? So you have to, you now have 2 trees where to send the copper now. But you can relieve a bit of the stress on iron, you know, to make space for copper, because you can use the extra Caterium that you don't end up using in the quick wire, you know, because you will have less of the copper ingots. You can use them in wire production, because you can make wire directly from the Caterium ingot instead of iron. Yeah, so that's the game about. You know, like cable requires rubber, the alternate recipe. You know, and the increase is like significant. But yeah, the next big product is, I guess, the modular. You need a bit of steel to create the last step, but otherwise you can go buy an iron alone. And then you have the heavy modular frame. You just add some concrete, steel, and the iron product. And then a motor is a bit, I mean, I think using the standard recipe is best for motor, because crystal oscillator, unless you, oh yeah, don't even remember what was the standard recipe. So iron product, well, either Caterium or copper product, or if you have alternate recipes, then yeah. Oh right, so you just need quartz and iron, I guess. Nothing too special. I thought it was more complicated for some reason, but yeah, I remember the alternate recipes more, because for this one you can't do without Caterium. You need Caterium, you need oil, you need a bit of copper, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, this game is really bulky. It's really hard to get things where you need to go, or rather, not hard, just to, you know, you just build and then all these elevations and whatever, and it's hard to get a good position. You know, you need so much material in concentrated space, but then, you know, that space gets really blown out, because you need so many, you know, intertwining things. So before you can even get into it, you know, you just end up with a real spaghetti, I guess. And then, you know, the jetpack is so weak to navigate things. When you're constantly switching between the Blade Runners and jetpack and whatever. So that's my take on base building games.